Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I am using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Doon. I hope that's focusing. Can't really tell. Actually, I think it's done. Is it done? I think I had a teacher with that last name. I think that's how she said it. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Okay. What do we have for Leo? It's like this. You got a yin-yang feeling here. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad. But I'm like, what does that mean when you have a yin-yang feeling here? Yep, I'm feeling that yin-yang feeling. Ooh, another good one. Okay. So, Leo, you got some earth pulling in here before I get too far. And I'm immediately feeling like the trick is to not get bored with it. It's my first thought. And I'm getting like, maybe that's like a catch-22. Apparently that's the thing I want to say all today. It's catch-22. You got the Five of Swords with the Ace of Swords coming into the situation. Kind of like, I don't even know if I want to be a part of this, but it seems like a good idea. Almost like you have your foot in two different boats at the same time. Like, I don't know if I want to do this, but I feel like I need to do this. And you're actively going into a situation. It seems like it's a very good situation, but it's one of those things where you're looking at it like, this is a little whacked out. But I can get in here. I can put it where it needs to go. I can get this together. It's no sweat for me. I can do this. I really feel like you're looking at a situation that way. Like, I can do this. I can get this together. I can wrap this up. I can get this to do what it should do. I just don't really know if I want to do this. And I'm almost feeling like I'm going to have to stay. I almost feel like it's kind of like you're looking at this like, I'm going to have to babysit this situation. And I'm not about that. But I also know at the same time, if I don't, it's going to go to crap. So I'll do it. And I feel like that's how you're looking at it. Like, oh, I'll just do it. And there's a lot of strength. There's a lot of good with this situation. Right off the bat, there's a lot of good. I feel like you're taking people who are like going, this, that, and you're like, listen, all right, what are your options? You're doing this, just do it. And I feel like, or you're like giving them a chance, like, listen, you either make a decision, I give you 5 minutes. You make a decision or I'll do it for you. And I feel like you don't have the patience for it. You're like, listen, stop teetering around. Go left or right or I'll choose for you. You're like, you got 5 minutes, figure it out. Because I don't feel like you want to make decisions for people, but you're like, we're not going to do this yammering on anymore. Enough. You're going right in, like, it's like right off the bat. Right off the bat, like, listen, make a decision. And a decision is being made. But it's Ace of Pentacles coming from the Two of Pentacles. Like, all right, listen, make a decision, let's do it. You might be making the decision for this person or people. You might be. But it's kind of like you're giving them a chance. I feel like you're giving them a chance to figure it out, whoever it is. If they can't do it, you're like, listen, we're not sitting here anymore, so this is what we're doing. Because stalling and just yammering back and forth, like, there's only so much talking needs to happen. Action. Time for action. So you're helping them make a decision. It's going forward. Okay, good. I feel good about that, actually. Now, once the decision is made, it is the Ace of Pentacles, which means decision is made, time to make preparations, time to bring it together. The Hermit comes in with the Princess of Cups. I feel like by forcing the decision to be made, you're taking a lot of pressure off of other people. And it's kind of like, all right, now they're like, all right, what do we need to do? They're trying to figure out what they need to do next. I feel like you're promoting momentum. Promoting momentum. What are you doing with that way? Like they're letting people know that, like, keep moving forward. Like it wasn't just about making the decision, it's acting on the decision. You don't have to go right into a run, but like start doing your warm-ups. I feel like that's what you're saying. Like, keep moving forward, keep preparing. You don't have to go right into a run, but like start doing your warm-ups. Like, because I'm figuring out where we're gonna run to. Now that we've decided where we're gonna run to, I'm figuring out how we're gonna do it. All that other stuff. And I feel like this is taking a lot of pressure off. It's giving somebody a structure, people a structure. All right, we got to get ready because the Leo's here, and the Leo helped us make the decision, kind of forced us to, but it's a good thing. I'm not saying they're going to accept that. I'm just saying it's a good thing. Um, keep it moving forward. Keep it moving forward. Yep, it's good. Is there any resistance? Nope. I don't feel like there is. Is that creation? Peace. Peace with the Fool card, but is creation down here? I don't see it. But I'm feeling the creation energy. I'm seeing it in my mind, so I can see that card clearly. I feel like... What is that? Peace? I don't feel peace with this. I feel like moving things forward, but I feel like a lot of stress has been released, so that's already there. The Fool card coming in with it is telling me people are just going with your momentum. They're following your lead. They're believing in you more than the actual situation. They're believing in you more than the actual situation. And I feel like you're driving the cart forward. The Ace of Pentacles is being picked up by the Queen of Pentacles, which is what I'm saying with that is basically, all right, we've been getting it together. We made the decision. You've stretched well enough. Let's start getting going on this path. Let's start the journey. But we're starting at a run. You better have stretched well because I told you to. You're keeping the momentum going. With the Queen of Pentacles, you're like, we said we were going to do this, and I feel like you're fully, committed to it. Kind of like, yeah, it's not all fun and games, but it needed to happen. I'm helping it move forward. I know the restrictions here. Let's just keep moving. You're on point with it. And I feel like as you keep going forward, you're keeping it on point. You're keeping it on point with the Seven of Wands. It's going to take some discipline and some action to get the success out of this situation. I don't feel like it's going to be a completely smooth ride, but I feel like you have the abilities to do what you need to do. And I feel like it's also you got to keep yourself in check. I don't feel like that's as hard as keeping other people in check. There's going to be a couple times where you just kind of want to walk away from it yourself, but you're like, no, I said I was going to do this. I'm doing it. You're going to want to. Doesn't mean you're gonna. But I feel like you're going to have to address it with yourself. Like, yeah, I don't really want to keep going with this, but I knew it was going to be like this, and I am going to see this through. So it keeps going. Okay. There's going to come a point. A point is going to happen where things are going to just kind of implode a little bit. Ironically, I don't think that's the worst moment for you. I feel like when this point comes where there's a problem, instead of it being seen as a negative thing, I feel like to you it's going to feel more like an opportunity, because I'm seeing these cards come in. The Eight of Swords with the Tower, and then this peace. No, but self-love. Peace is back here. For the love of peace. Self-love is coming in too. And it's kind of like something just like, it's almost like a cog in the machine just goes pa-doing, and it's just kind of like everything just comes to a screeching halt is what it feels like to me. The Tower with the Eight of Swords is kind of like things just kind of come to a screeching halt. And it's like, all right, it went so far, we got so far with this, and now it's kind of like imploded on itself. Excuse me. So that's usually, excuse me, for the love of Pete. That's usually an indicator of negativity or something rough. I don't think that you're completely upset about it, though. I'm seeing purity on your side. Kind of like, all right, well, I got it this far. And I feel like this is pretty good. The question is, are you going to keep continuing with it after this? Ironically, I feel like some of you are going to come to this reading and you're going to be literally at this point. Like, it's already like gone kaflooey. And you're kind of feeling like, yeah, I guess it's not good, but it has proposed an opportunity for things to change. I think I'm kind of ready for a change. Seven of Cups is telling me options are in front of you. The question is, do you want to stay involved? Most of you probably will, just to be fair. But it's like, now it's kind of like, all right, we made the choices and we got this far. But now, since it went kaflooey and we got to reconstitute, we got to fix this whole situation, we got to overhaul the whole situation. This is an opportunity to redo things, to change things, to make things more the way I prefer them to be. Take your opportunity is what I'm getting. You got a lot of possibilities here. I feel like if you when you get to this part, if you're not there already, you're gonna realize. I feel like you're gonna easily realize, like, yeah, things like the car breaking down halfway across country here. That wasn't really seeming like the best thing. But now that it's happened, we actually have to get a different car. Now that we have to get a different car, maybe we could get something a little bit more roomy or a little bit more comfortable that we could deal with. Since we got to do it anyway, what other options could we take advantage of here? This is your opportunity to make the situation more to your liking. Make sure you do it. Make sure that you don't let somebody else make decisions. I actually feel like the big part here, don't leave this Two of Pentacles to reconstitute with other people. You take this Two of Pentacles, you decide what you think is acceptable and what it's not, and then you present like two or three options that you've decided are good. Like, how do I put this? Like, for example, the car broke down. You got to get another car to keep going. You just have to. You decide which cars are acceptable for what you want out of it, and present like, we can do this option, or this option. Which do you like? You give them those options. So you are including them in the options, but you've already defined what that's going to be. Make sure you define what that's going to be. Make this go your way. Make this go your way. This will feel so much better. It's better for you, but I feel like it's actually a lot better for the other people involved too. I just feel like they naturally won't come to the same conclusions you will. It's gonna feel so much better if just you gotta define it. You can give options, but like, if you give 3 options at the most, I would say all 3 should be, you're happy with each one, any one of them. Any one of these 3 options you're happy with, and then present those. Don't just leave it open like, well, what do you think we should do? And don't hand that Two of Pentacles over to them. Like, they already had their Two of Pentacle moment. This is where you ended up. Not for nothing. If you hand it to them again, they're going to decide what they like, and you're going to be stuck in a situation where you're feeling this kind of like you don't really like it, but this is how it works out type feel. Ooh. This is how it works out type feel. You notice it gets negative again, like I'm starting to choke. Don't hand this Two of Pentacles over to them. Keep it. You decide you can give them options, but you decide what the 3 options should be that you're equally happy with all 3, or maybe just equally all 3 of them you could live with. Let's do that. You think all 3 are good options. You might have your choice on which you think is the best. I'm just saying. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.